Right. This is awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. What's the podcast called?
I don't know.
Tommy Owens.
So we could call it Under 105 because we're both 105s.
That is true.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of Under 105 with myself, Tom Owens, England's and Britain's strongest under 105 kilo man.
And Thomas Fisher, UK MS, 2 times England's strongest and UK and Ireland's strongest man.
Under 105.
Under 105.
So we've got the two of the best 105s in the country here, and we're gonna chat some beans.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So OSG Europe's then.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. Good show. I enjoyed it. Did you watch much of it?
I watched a lot of it on the live stream. It was well ran, to be fair. Everything seemed fast, at least on the live stream. I'm not known from behind the stages, but everything seemed to run really, really quickly. Athletes seemed to all know where they were. Everyone turned up for whatever event they were doing.
Yeah.
And so it just seemed to run really, really well.
It was good. Like from behind the scenes wise, it was a little bit stressful because we had the time when, so let's say, for example, for the 105s, when the 90s went out to lift to compete, that was our time to warm up. So we only had that little gap while the 90s were on to do all of our warm-ups for all, and there was like 15 of us. So it was a little bit stressful in that regard because everyone was like gathered round trying to sneak a warm-up in here and there with the other classes.
Yeah.
But obviously, they only had the time before the previous class was out. Yeah. So it was a little stressful on that, but it was enough. It was enough time to get out, and you know they came and gave us like a 10-minute warning and a 5-minute warning, and it was well ran. From an athlete point of view, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Especially watching the live stream. The Ben Glasscock did a really good job on the commentary.
Okay.
Everyone I've spoken to seems to have really enjoyed his side because he's given a little bit more of an insightful side of it as well.
Yeah, it's good to have.
See, all the commentators have had on really good job. Like from when I first started watching the OSG kind of live streams, where they were just like, "Oh, this is this person. They're going to lift this. Oh, they've lifted it. Well done to them."
Yeah.
And it was kind of like they didn't know anybody, they didn't know any background, where like a lot of the athletes, even the ones that you'd never really heard of, coming out and the commentators knew a little bit about them, and it was quite nice to see, like, especially like Adam Rumney in the under 80s, like they knew a lot about him, and obviously it shows that they're going and at least asking. And sending out like something beforehand. I know for the UKNS stuff, they always send a little Google Sheets and just ask some basic questions, like where you're from, how old are you, where do you train, favourite event, anything in particular that you're proud of, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they just seem to know a little bit more about the athletes.
Which
makes it feel a little bit more personal as well.
It's good. It's good for when you're watching it back and they're talking about you and they know who you are and what you've done. Like, for example, I'll go out and be like, "Oh, England's strongest man, under 105, Tom Owens, he's good at deadlift, whatever." It's nice to have that for both myself watching it back and for the people watching it at home, because a couple of years ago when we went out for Europe, we got the sheet to fill in, and you fill it in. What have you achieved in the sport? What do you hope to get from the weekend? Blah blah blah. And it feels like you filled all that in, and none of it actually came out on the stream. Whereas with, I guess, having the likes of Ben there and Flash was there as well.
Yeah,
you get they know the competitors, or at least a bit of information about the competitors, enough to say when someone's coming out, "Oh, here's Connor Cowans, he's fucking mint at bag toss. Watch this. This is going to be class," or something like that. So it is nice. It's good for the spectators. It makes it more enjoyable to watch, and it's better for us. We like it. We like that shit. We like being talked about, don't we?
Yeah, it always feels nice when you're going out for whatever event, and even if you know you're gonna have a stinker on that event, you come away and you watch the live stream back the next day or whatever, and they're saying good things whilst you're doing it. And it's like, I was dying at that point, but they're saying I'm looking good.
When I went up for the bag toss at England, they were like, "Oh, this is going to be Tom's best event, blah blah blah," and then I fucked it, and they were like, "Shit." I think that Nicola was like, "Shit." Right. Anyway, but Europe's right. Okay.
First event, deadlift.
First event was the deadlift, yeah. So I think pretty consistently throughout, it was like 10, 11 reps was
Yeah,
the
a
winning
lot.
score throughout all the classes.
Yeah, I don't think there was any. There was a couple of classes, especially the masters, where there was a few more higher reps,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of the classes, a lot of the women's classes seem to have a lot of zeros,
Yeah,
and then the high numbers.
yeah.
So
There seems to be a big
big
kind of
gulf in.
separation in the in the women's classes, especially with the overhead. I think I saw a post from Mark Honeybadger. Fucking hell, what's his? Fuck, I fucked it. What's his surname?
I think it is. I don't know
Fuck's
his name. I just
sake.
know it's Honey Badger.
I saw a post from Honeybadger and it said like 40 out of 70 of the female athletes zeroed, which is quite a massive percentage.
Yeah, if you're looking and you're thinking it's probably 55, kind of 60% of the athletes
Yeah.
not hitting those weights.
Mm. That's too much, isn't it?
Yeah.
So even if it was dropped by 5 kilos, it'll go from being somebody's absolute 1 rep max, which if it's your 1 rep max, then 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to miss it in the comp.
Yeah.
Because the setup's going to be different.
Setup, nerves.
Yeah. It's going to go from being someone's 1 rep max to being like, oh, you're going to maybe get a good amount of the field hitting between 1 and 3 reps, which is probably where you want to be. You want to have a good separation between those who can hit 1 to 3 and those who can hit 7, 8, 9 even reps.
Everything's considered. You've got to think you're always going to have somebody who comes into a competition and just be an absolute animal at that event.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what weight you put a deadlift at, you're going to have someone come in and just rep the shit out of it compared to the rest of the
a
field.
specialist, like, for example, Jack Osborne in overheads.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a freak.
But the Giants, he didn't look like he broke a sweat on that.
Crazy.
150?
150 for 9.
Yeah.
On that slate.
And he could have done another, really.
He definitely could have done another.
He just didn't know the times. He thought he had a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So
I think the deadlift weights were better than the overhead weights, but still, I think a little bit heavy. I think the men's. I would like to see the men's weights a little heavier because 320 for the open class, I think, is a little bit too light.
Yeah.
I think 300 for ours in the 105s is maybe also a little bit too light because it was 290 at Brits.
Yeah.
And I think it's only 10 kilos. I think they could have made it maybe 310, 315, bumped the opens weights up to 330. But it wasn't a bad weight selection. I personally feel like it could have been a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't a bad selection. But yeah, it seemed like between 9 and 12 reps was about the...
Yeah, I don't think there was anybody who won in single figures. There was definitely 10 was a number that you knew was going to be a good one.
Yeah.
But obviously it's just class dependent across
It
there,
is.
really.
Yeah, absolutely is.
But it's definitely going to be a bit of a different setup when you're going from the gym where 99% of people will have trained a standard axle just from the floor.
Yeah.
Because as much as it is relatively the same height.
Yeah, it's definitely the
those
same
big
height.
wagon wheels when you drop it down, it's going to bounce a lot more.
It was so bad.
And it looks on the stream, it looked like it was moving a lot more.
Yeah.
Than say it would in the gym.
Yeah, it was moving a lot. I took a lot of my reps from that side, but once it's on the floor, you may as well just pull it.
Yeah.
Your body will correct it, but you're obviously putting yourself at more risk of either missing or fucking something somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
But it was very bouncy. It was. Not only was it the wheels, it was the mats.
Right.
The mats were very spongy, so it was like.
But then you've got to think that could also be the venue, the vast. Obviously,
yeah.
Because that realistically, it's a monumental weight.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, the matting was definitely necessary for like you say, for the venue and the floor and stuff like that. It's just that it made our lives a little bit harder. Albeit it was the same for everyone.
Oh yeah, everyone had the same hindrances with it.
Absolutely.
But it does make the setup, like you say, different to training.
Mm.
But you're never going to be able to go into training and get exactly the same setup as what you're going to have.
No, unlikely, unless it's just standard bar calibrated plates off the floor or off a typical fucking platform. Then it's unlikely, isn't it? I thought 2 at a time was good. I don't think they needed to do 3 or 4 at a time. I thought 2 at a time was fine. It didn't seem from my point of view to be taking all day. I don't know about you.
Considering the athlete, I think obviously your class was the biggest with 15.
15, yeah.
So when you're looking across the classes and the max you're having is kind of 10 per class, really.
Yeah.
That's 5 pairs per class coming out, and it's not a
Yeah.
that's
5
minute
minutes worth of
each,
graph,
minute over. Realistically, you're looking at 10 minutes a category.
Yeah.
Just to make sure people are getting on, off, which 10
and
minutes a
the
category is a
transitions and
really,
stuff.
really good time.
Yeah.
And then it gives the next category, right, we know how long we've got, kind of thing. Where if you're going into a competition where you've got ridiculous sizes of classes, it's always going to take that longer, and the turnover is going to be longer. Especially when you've got like 40, 50 athletes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day, especially in between events.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, OSG do like 400 athletes, and they run 4 lanes, but it just seems, even with 4 lanes, it seems to take forever.
Yeah.
So log event 2.
Yep.
I hated that.
Yeah,
I fucking hated it.
I noticed
I hate
come
those
out
logs, man. I hate those logs so much.
just because it's a wooden log that's quite short, or
I don't know, mate. I don't know what it is. All wooden logs are different. I think this is why I have trouble with wooden log, is because every wooden log is different. Our one at the gym is very small in diameter,
Yep.
so it feels awkward to press. But then do you train on that? Do you train on the slightly bigger metal log? Like, it was just all over the place for me on the day anyway.
Yeah.
It was not a good run. I did 3, and each one felt worse than the previous.
Yeah.
None of it was there wasn't one clean rep done by me there.
Women's 64s were 70 kilo. Kate Connolly won with 7 reps.
Yeah.
The Masters women's 40 plus. Andrea Seed won with 7 reps at 80 kilo.
Nice.
It's quite impressive, especially when you've got people like Naomi Hadley in there getting 5. Women's 73s, 80 kilo. You had so many athletes there getting
no reps. How many?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ones, isn't there, as well?
Yeah, there was 4 ones, 9 zeros. 9 zeros in that category.
Jeez.
There was only 18. 18?
Fucking hell, so that's half
Yeah,
the
half the category was.
I'm presuming in the 82s it's going to be the same as well.
82s, only 2 got reps.
Wow.
Only 2 people. So Sabrina Retzer won with 5.
Yeah.
Angeline Berver comes out with 3, and then everybody
No
got 0.
way.
Even Emma Grinnell.
So that's the problem with the weights being off, because right there, let's say you're I don't know, you're the 3rd best at log, but you're competing and potentially will get, you're one of the main contenders for winning the comp, right? And there's 20 people in that class, for example.
Yeah.
So Sabrina comes first, she gets 20 points.
Yeah.
Angelina comes second, she gets 19 points.
Yeah.
And then you
Everyone else gets
0, and then you're all of a sudden you're 20 points behind the leader.
Yeah.
Which is just not a deficit you can make up on an event where they won't also 0 something.
Yeah.
So like if you let's say you come first on the next event and they come 5th, you've made up 4 points.
Yeah.
Which isn't really closing that deficit at all.
No. You're always going to get people come out and 0 events in especially big comps like that, because nerves, absolutely reasonable thing. Change, like we've discussed before, change of kit, change of scenery. In a venue like the Barbican, you've got a really, really high ceiling, bright lights.
Yeah.
Which if you're used to training in a gym, you're going to have quite a close ceiling. Where in there, the bright light, everything, it does throw you off when you're looking up.
It does.
So obviously, it's why a lot of you guys come out wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
I know it didn't throw me off at UK's, but I think looking at the setup where they had there, I think the middle lane, there was a light directly above the lane.
Right.
And the middle lane seemed to be getting less reps.
Yeah.
Across the board, just because people coming out and staring straight.
I think also you jerk, so your head comes straight through.
Yeah.
Whereas if somebody's push pressing, their head's going to stay back, and that's where you're going to get that imbalance where you're looking for a focus point and there's just not one. So you're trying to press through and there's just not anything for you to look at. So you just, like, I was all over the place. I was wearing sunglasses, it didn't fucking help.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually with a jerk, because it's so fast and your head comes straight through and then all of a sudden you've got that focus point in front of you, I feel like it's a little bit easier than if you were to do like a push press or a strict press.
Yeah.
But then you look at people like Jack Osborne, he just fucking launches them up and he has no problem with it. But it's so much underneath his max that it's just going to be easy for him to do that.
Yeah, whereas the same when you watch Big Z do his,
yeah,
he wasn't really cleaning, he wasn't really pressing, he was just kind of moving the log.
snatch.
Just like that. Because realistically, the weight of that was half of his world record.
Yeah, less than half.
So that's like someone coming up, and obviously like my max at the minute is 135.
Mhm.
That's like me going and having like a 65 kilo log in comp.
Yeah, it would just be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
It's not really going to push us, is it?
No.
But in the women's opens, they had the 100 kilo, and again, they had a lot of, only 3 athletes got,
To be fair,
four athletes got reps.
100 kilo is a big fucking log, because at Giants Britain's, you could argue Britain's is one step below Europe's.
Yeah.
But with the quality of athlete that they had at Britain's, you had like Lucy and you had fucking Rebecca Roberts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not really a step below, is it?
No.
It's
It's that kind of thing of it's amateur versus professional, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Like minus Inez, they pretty much had the best open class women in the world at Britain's, and they're doing 90. So to step that up to 100, it just seems like a lot. But I guess more of them got reps than in the 82s.
Yeah, so you had Annabelle Chapman with 4, Donna Moore with 2, Maxine Winter with 2, and it says Claire Myler got 0, but Patricia Smith got 2. I think they've mucked up with the graphics.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the way they've done it, it's mucked up with the graphics. But
right, okay, all right.
And then in the men's categories, so Rich got 7, like we spoke. Dean McVie,
Dean, did he?
Yeah, Dean McVie did well. There was only one didn't get a rep.
Okay,
in the
well,
men's.
that's a lot more reasonable.
Yeah, the 110 kilo, ranging right through the rep ranges from obviously 0, Corey, and then right up to 7 with Rich, and there is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good range, yeah.
Good range, yeah. Obviously, men's masters, like we said, Big Z, 12 reps. Didn't break a sweat. Mark Felix, 8 reps. Richard Birchmore, 8 reps. Right the way down to half the category, getting 0 reps.
Yeah.
Like Sir John.
I know who won the 90s. Fucking Victor Lingman, obviously.
Yeah.
He's got the world record, hasn't he?
8 reps.
He's got like a 170 log.
Yeah, 8 reps for Victor Lingman.
That's not surprising.
At 130.
Yeah.
Again, though, quite a few athletes. Looks like 5 athletes zeroing it in there.
I feel like that weight is more reasonable than the 110 for the under 80s. I think the under 80s one was too light, even though the top number is lower in the 80s than it was in the 90s. I still feel like
that's a 20 kilo jump between a 10 kilo weight class, really.
Yeah.
So if you put the under 80s at 120, given that 10 kilo jump, then that's 10 kilos from 80s to 90s, 90s to 105s, 105s to opens.
Yeah, because there's a 20 kilo jump in the deadlift, which kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense for there to be a 20 kilo jump in the overhead as well, because especially it's less than half of the overall weight.
You see, especially when overhead 2.5 kilo can make such a difference.
Massive difference, yeah.
Yeah. Oops, someone's at the door. Great notification. 105s, obviously McKeegan, 6 reps.
With Benjamin tied. That Benjamin Clark was class. He was mint. Did you see what he was doing?
I loved his backflip.
I mean, his backflip was cool, man. So what he was doing was after he pressed, he was bouncing the log off the pad into his lap again.
Right.
So it was really smooth.
At that point, I was watching you and McKeegan, really.
Yeah. Well, he did 4 like that, bouncing it, and then he took his time for the other 2. But it was so cool to watch, man. He says he's done 8 in the gym, which you're probably not looking to get 8 at comp if you're doing 8 in the gym, really, are you? Because it's different kit and stuff.
Especially when you're in the gym, usually you'll have your log day be your log day. You won't deadlift maximum reps.
Yeah.
And then goes into your log.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was really cool to watch. I think he's got a 160 max push press log, I'm sure. So to do 140 for 6, like the way he did it was great. I love that.
Really impressive.
Yeah.
Men's masters 40s. A lot of zeros in there.
Yeah.
Only 4 guys got reps. 4 was the winning number.
Right.
Danis Repsis.
Yeah. He was Lithuania's strongest man. I think he won it a couple of years in a row when Zadrunas didn't go.
Yeah.
But Zadrunas came back. I could be wrong, but Zadrunas came back this year and took it back off him.
Fair play.
Which,
And then obviously men's, Marek and Jack on 8, Ryan
Yeah.
Bennett, Matthias, I'm not even going to, Fanoik? I don't know.
That kid's like 21 years old, you know. He's like 20.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's a big,
It's
strong
it's
kid.
insane
Yeah.
thinking that, like, I was like that when I was 21. And,
Yeah, same. Yeah.
and he's so big. Especially, it's the same with Zach Hill as well, who at Giants.
Yeah.
22 years old, and he's ginormous.
Massive. Yeah, he is massive.
Absolutely.
I'd hate to
Really
go. He says he was a rugby
insane.
player. Imagine being tackled by him.
I
You
know, like
you'd just be
seeing
destroyed.
him coming, I'd be like, nah, fuck this.
Have you seen the first episode of The Boys
Yes.
where the fucking fast guy runs through
Yes.
that woman?
Yeah,
it would be like that.
That's exactly
he would
how,
just
yeah.
run through you and there'd just be a puff of blood.
Yeah.
Dead. I wouldn't want to run into him.
No.
So event 3 was the bag toss.
Bag toss, yes.
We love a bag toss.
I mean, you do.
I love a bag toss.
Getting better with it.
Yeah. Winning times throughout the weekend, I think, was anywhere between 12 and like 15 seconds. I think for pretty much all the classes, which
13 for Kate Connolly in the 64s. 13 for Naomi in the Masters.
Naomi's really good.
13 73s. 14 in the 82s. 17 in the Women's Opens.
Mm-hmm.
Men's 15 for Connor Cowans. He's very
very good. Yeah.
Especially when he comes and trains a new level time to time.
Yeah.
See, he was 8 seconds ahead of Rick Mulder in second, which is just
one-sided at that point, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Like he could have literally like done a lap around the frame and then started throwing bags and still probably beat.
Yeah, he probably would have done.
Being Rich. Masters 50s 14 seconds. 90s 17 seconds with Dan Benson.
All right, okay.
So that's 17's quite a lot higher.
I didn't know Dan Benson was a bag toss connoisseur.
Yeah, Dan Benson 17, and then David Kent with 19 in second.
Right, okay.
And then after that, Philip 5 and 47.
Oh, interesting.
So
Philip's very athletic. Philip's extremely athletic and extremely powerful. Obviously, he's world's strongest man under 90. So it does surprise me that he's not better at bag toss.
The only thing you can think is obviously a lot of the you watched over the weekend. Obviously, Vinnie Mercer was a very good example of this.
Mm.
Really fucking powerful, really strong, but clearly doesn't train bag toss in the way of a run.
Right.
His bags were well over the bar,
but
just going straight up in the air.
Okay, right.
I don't know whether it was just something to do with the setup on the day,
it could be.
A lot of people's bags, it wasn't that they were getting to a bag and hitting the frame and then never getting it over again. Some people were doing 3 or 4 reps at that bag and then getting it over.
Yeah.
So it's showing that it's not a strength thing. It's more of a technical
trajectory, yeah. So well, at least what we thought it was going to be 4 meters out, because it's 4 meters out of Brits. We thought it's going to be 4 meters out of Europe's as well. So, like, for example, I was training 4 meters out. McKeegan was training 4 meters out. And then we were told on the day it was 2.5. But they hadn't released any information. So it's not like they told us it was 4 meters and then we trained specifically. We just assumed that it would be 4 meters.
So possibly they've looked and went, I've been thrown for 4. I've got an arc for 4.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to try and throw more vertically.
Yeah. And then that's possibly fucked them up.
But Dan Benson 17, obviously yourself 12.13, absolutely insane.
Fastest time of the weekend.
And then obviously Benjamin 5 and 17.9, which any other category that's
it's a good top
really
2
good
time. Yeah, absolutely.
I did love his backflip.
You know what? I looked away for a second when he did it, and then everyone was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Oh, fuck!"
It was just the fact that obviously Keegan, I think, missed the 4th bag.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and then
times,
Benjamin just kept going, and obviously McKeegan's missed the 4th bag again. You kind of see Benjamin look across at McKeegan, just do a backflip, and then walk off. And then McKeegan gets the 4th bag over.
What a guy.
It's like
he does do loads of cool shit, and he does loads of calisthenics and stuff. He's quite talented in that. So after everyone went like, "Whoa," I thought he might have done that, but obviously didn't fucking see it.
Yeah, I don't think you would do a backflip after max reps on a deadlift, like, cause you'd be a bit like,
be a bit screwed, wouldn't you?
But bag toss. It's quite a nice event to have in a competition.
Yeah.
Especially as like a middle event, because it doesn't really take a lot out of you.
It's like having a break.
Yeah, it's still obviously it's still a hard event. It's still a physical event, but it doesn't take it out of you anywhere
it's
near
not
as
gonna
much.
batter your CNS. It's not like doing 10 reps at 300 kilo on an axle.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near.
Having a minute for the timing, watching on stream, it is a bit.
It can get boring.
Yeah,
I think they should have
as
done
soon as you get to someone who's hit kind of the barrier, because you do get that point where your power just starts dropping, and it drops quite quickly.
They just keep going, don't they? And like fair play, you have to kind of keep going. But if you've missed it that many times and it's not close, you ain't gonna get it.
No.
And like when I finished my run, I stood and cheered on Szymek, the Polish lad. And it's like, you know, I wanted him to do it, but really I knew when I was stood there that he's not getting the fucking bag over. Because he's fried now. And you get a couple of goes. And unless it's way off your max bag toss, you get a couple of goes and then that's it. No.
Yeah, no, it's...
So yeah, they did 45 seconds at Brits this year. I think they probably should have done 45 seconds there as well. It would have sped things up as well.
They're doing 45 at Worlds.
All right, okay.
So it's the same kind of thing, but obviously we're only going 4.1. We've got the different setup with the bags as well, which personally, I think it does make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Bag throw for men's masters, 32 seconds was the quickest time.
Is that only 40 plus?
Yeah, 40 plus.
Okay, right.
Only one guy managed to get all 5 bags over.
Interesting. So looking at those first 3 events, because the Masters 40 plus, they always have the same weights as the 105s.
Yeah.
In untested strongman. In tested strongman, the Masters 40 plus have the same weight as the 90s, is that right?
Yes.
Roughly.
What it is, yeah.
So would you say, looking at those first 3 events, that the Masters 40 plus should be the same weight as the 90s instead of the 105s?
Quite possibly,
Or closer to it. Because there was a lot of zeros in the log.
Even if you were to split the difference between the 90s and the 105s,
and
go, that's your nice middle ground for them, kind of thing. And you don't want to you don't want to overexert them, because obviously the older you are, generally the longer it'll take you to recover between events as well.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So
the thing I've always found interesting is that in the 105s we generally lift more. We perform better than the Masters 40 plus.
Yeah.
But a lot of the Masters 40 plus guys are open athletes that have just turned 40, or open athletes that have been, 40 for a year or two, which in my eyes, especially untested, because you don't have the massive drop off in hormones, I suppose. In my eyes, they should be outperforming the 105s, because they're bigger and therefore have capacity to be stronger. They don't have to weight cut, this, that, and the other. But it never seems to work out that way.
And final, the men's opens. A lot of guys getting 5. Jimmy Butler 5 and 13, 8. 5 and 14, 6. 5 and 16, 7.
What was the winning time there? Sorry, 15.
13.8.
13.8. That's really good. Yeah,
it was good. 7.5 slower than you.
Yeah. On
a heavier run.
It's very, very nice.
So it's good.
To be honest, for the men's opens, I did think Will Ralph was going to do better. Didn't he have a shitty time on
26.86.
Yeah, I thought he would have done
better. So he was 5 seconds slower than Ryan Bennett.
Because he won it in the Open England's qualifier. He won the bag toss there. And it was a very fast time, so I did expect him to win that. But
you never know, the setup. It could be the setup throwing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Training for 4 meters and getting that closer. He's been getting his trajectory wrong and hitting the...
Quite possibly. Like I say, I didn't watch much, so I went back and watched my own stuff, obviously.
As you do.
You have to, really, don't you?
Yeah. If you're not sat in the hotel room afterwards watching yourself,
then what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
I spent last year after Worlds. I spent literally the Monday. Obviously, I didn't want to watch my Saturday performance on the Saturday night because of how late we finished.
Oh, well, that's something I would say about Europe's was that it finished surprisingly quickly. It went pretty quick. So I think we got back into the Airbnb. Bearing in mind my class is the third last class out.
It depends on the comps, because sometimes the Masters go out before you, like Masters.
They can do.
Sometimes you just go out after.
But we got back to the Airbnb about 7 o'clock, and we waited for the Masters 40 plus to finish because Ryan was in that as well.
Yeah.
So we got there. We got home about 7, which is a good time to get back because you can chill out a little bit. It's not
It's
a case
enough
of
time to
straight
kind of,
straight
yeah,
to bed. Yeah,
it's enough
yeah.
time to decompress and kind of
It is.
evaluate a little bit.
It absolutely is, and it's enough time to get enough proper food in, as opposed to the carbs that you'd be smashing throughout the day of the actual comp.
Yeah,
So
get
it
a
was
bit of
nice,
protein
yeah.
and stuff like that.
And then the day after, I think on the Sunday, we finished at like fucking 4 or 5 o'clock, which was great.
Yeah,
Yeah, get
To be
the
fair,
award
I think
ceremony
I
done.
think you finished earlier than that.
Did we? All right.
Yeah, so I think I left the gym at 12,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sorting my food out, and Gina finished work at 4 o'clock, and the stream was done, finished.
All right.
Trophies done before
Oh,
4.
all right. Well, they're even better.
So I think it was about 3:30 that
That's all right,
latest
isn't
it was.
That's all right.
So
Yeah, so it was
quite a
nice
good
and
day.
quick, and it's nice that, because then obviously people have to drive home, don't they?
Yeah.
Not everyone stays for the second night. Do
No.
they? We drove home. We went for food, and then we drove home. I think we got home at about 7:30, which
Yeah.
is really good.
I think it depends entirely where you're going as well, because obviously York from here
an
realistically
hour and a
isn't
half.
far.
Yeah.
And it's quite a nice drive back. You're not really
Yeah.
sitting on any motorways or
Straight
it's
line.
just straight
Yeah.
line. Whenever I've done King of the Stands, it's a 2-hour drive back, and it's a nice scenic drive.
Mhm.
The first year we did finish a lot later because it started at 3, so driving back that night was a little bit rough.
Yeah.
The second year I did stay overnight, but we were done by 5 o'clock, so it was nice dip in the stream to wash the sweat off and get, obviously, as you do in the Lake District, and then go to the pub.
Yeah. But even for those who live down south, it gives them,
A good amount of time to
it means they don't have to take Monday off work,
Yeah,
because they can drive home. They get back at like 11, which is late. But
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it could be, really, is it?
no.
So it gives you that option, doesn't it? Which is nice. I thought it was quite smooth.
Yeah. Day 4, first event, Super York.
Oh god,
Not your favourite.
I fucking hate yoke, don't I? Do you know what?
Yeah.
I love yoke. I really like yoke. I'm just shit at it.
Sometimes that's how it is, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So women's 64s, 220 kilo.
I think that's a good weight.
Yeah, I think a lot of people looking at it from the live stream point of view, obviously, you're just seeing on the screen, so you can't really tell what it's like in person. But a lot of people seem to set the yoke maybe one rung too high.
Right.
So there was a lot of people, and they were getting clearance of like probably an inch or so. And I know for like a really, really heavy yoke, you don't want to be picking it up too much.
Yeah.
But as soon as they were getting any kind of swing, the yoke was hitting the floor, and they were just losing all momentum, all pace.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that could be down to. Like when we went for Giants Live, I was between 2.
Yeah.
So I had to take the bottom one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to pick it up really realistically high enough to keep it off the floor.
Yeah.
So it could be that a lot of them were between heights.
Yeah.
And a lot of the under 64s are very similar in terms of height.
Yeah.
They are. They're all short. Sorry. They are.
It is what it is.
So it could be that, or it could just be that, normally in training, they have like a more stable yoke, and they're able to glide a little bit more, and they don't have this going on.
Yeah.
If you've got a heavy frame and a small amount of plates, then there's less weight on the bottom, so it won't move as much.
Yeah.
So they could be training with like a yoke that weighs 100 kilos, and then you put plates on. It's not that bad. Whereas that one, it could be that all the weight's in the bottom, because it had those like kind of girder bottoms.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
It could be that all the weight's in the bottom, and then as soon as you're moving, it's starting to do that. I know Ellen said that she felt very much she couldn't get any kind of balance with the yoke once she picked it up.
I know when I spoke with John Else yesterday, and he was saying about the yoke, that it was their yoke was 320 empty.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So as he's got set and kind of worked out the height he wanted to pick it up at, and they were like, "Oh, that's your comp weight," and he was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. I told him not to pick it up
straight away.
I made this mistake in 2023. I went out and I didn't have any kit, no knee sleeves, no belt, because we did the athlete meeting like the day before or something.
Yeah.
And everyone was doing the yoke heights, and I picked it up, and I thought my spine was going to come out my ass, and I thought, fucking hell, I can't even lift this empty. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, it's 700 pounds." I'm like, "Thank you for letting me know after I tried to pick it up and nearly died. Appreciate it." But yeah, the men's yokes were really nice.
Yeah,
because they're 320 kilos empty. It was lovely and sturdy and solid, and I didn't do particularly well, but it felt nice having it on my back. I didn't
You still finished the run.
I still finished the run, which is a PB.
Yeah.
I will say some of the times of the winning times were crazy.
17 seconds in the women's 64s.
There you go. Like
14 seconds in the Masters women's.
Naomi Hadley.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
23 in the 73s, 23 in the 82s. Women's Opens 19 seconds, which 280 York is
rapid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. 15 seconds in the men's under 80s. And it's not like it's a one-off. It's 15, 16, 17, 19, 22.
Okay, right.
22, 20. Like
so
the top.
It's pretty close.
There was 7 seconds between first and seventh.
Wow.
Which is, it's tight. 14 seconds for Mark Felix.
Obviously.
14 seconds for Philippe.
Yeah, Philippe's really good.
Yeah.
He's mental. He won the yoke at OSG as well.
Obviously, Mark Pearson, 17 seconds. Matt McKeegan, 18 seconds.
Yeah. Did you know what? That actually shocked me. Like, don't get me wrong, Mark Pearson's brilliant at yoke.
Yeah.
But he's not fast.
He's like a diesel train.
Yeah, he just goes and he'll never stop.
Yeah.
He probably could have carried that yoke for a fucking 100 metres if you give him long enough, and he'll probably not drop it.
I think that would be quite a cool.
It'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
To sit like if you had like an athletics track and then like 5 people lined up with yokes and just like say how fast you could do 100 metres.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a heavy yoke.
No.
But like, how fast do you think you could do a 200 kilo yoke over 100 metres?
I don't know.
Like
I think I'd have more chance of winning that than I would of winning a 380 kilo yoke.
It's an obviously
I'm down for that.
I don't think it's ever really going to happen in a competition.
It's not, is it? Let's be honest.
But yeah, that was good times. And then 23 seconds for the men's Masters 40 plus. 16 seconds, 420 kilo yoke in the men's Open.
16 seconds.
16.65, and then second was 16.95.
Oh, he won the whole show. Yeah. Wow.
It's incredible.
16.95 a set. Oh my goodness.
It's incredible, like how
That's
close
crazy.
those times were.
That's crazy, man. That's real fast.
And
That's
like
Mitchell Hooper fast. That is.
Yeah, like that's incredible. And you've got people like Will Ralph, who is a strong.
He's very good at yoke.
Athlete.
Yeah,
finishing 8th place
wow.
with 21 seconds.
He is actually very good at yoke.
Right up to 10th place, you have 24 seconds for your times,
wow.
which is incredible, really.
That's some very fast time.
Yeah. Last event, the sandbag steeplechase.
Sandbag steeplechase, eh? I like sandbag steeplechase. I don't think it was a bad way to finish, actually, because you did get some races. I had a race with Ollie in my heat, because Ollie was, I think I was 4th and Ollie was 5th. So we had a little head-to-head kind of race, which I thought was cool. The goal wasn't to beat Ollie, because I was 5 points clear of him. The goal was to beat Benjamin, because Benjamin was in 3rd.
Yeah.
And I thought, I just need to beat Ben, because then I'll place 3rd. And I assumed Josh would finish in a good time, so he would place 2nd. At this point, I clocked off. 2nd place wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat Benjamin, and I'm going to come 3rd, is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I did do that, but also Josh had a bit of a stinker with the final bag. I think it's it's not a bad way to finish. You get those kind of head-to-head races.
Yeah.
Like the Mark Felix and Richard Birchmore one was
that was
cool
brilliant.
as fuck.
That was really, really good.
Was
and the
awesome.
fact that it's went on count back on the last event as well, obviously gave Richard the win, which was incredible considering he said last 3 years he's always just been pipped at the post.
He's never beaten him. No, he's never beaten him.
Every single event he's done, it's just been pipped.
And then to beat him whilst also beating Zadrunas is just like that's retirement. That is.
Yeah.
You're on the podium with those two beneath you. That's it. That's goals. Mission accomplished.
Like that's got to be like if he was to apply for any job anywhere.
Oh yeah, you just
that's like the header of your
there you go.
Like,
there's a race.
Just look at me. I'm beating these guys.
It's just unreal.
And even for like anybody who doesn't really follow strongman, they'll have heard of Mark Felix.
Yeah.
They'll have heard of Zadrunas.
They'll have heard Mark more than Zadrunas. I think Zadrunas is more of a specific to us lot. We know Zadrunas.
Yeah.
The strongman community and powerlifting community probably knows Zadrunas as well. Everyone knows Mark Felix because Giants Live won't stop bringing him out for the fucking Hercules hold, which is fine. I don't like Hercules hold, but it's fine.
You've got to think though, like if he's going to be getting paid.
Oh, I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. Absolutely should, 100%. Like if they offered me to come out and just do bag toss every show, fuck yeah, I'm going to do that. Even if nobody wants me there, I'm going to come and do it because I'm on the telly.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
And
Hats
obviously,
off to him
he's
for doing
he
it.
still just does his own job and
Yeah.
just kind of gets on with it. And it's really cool to see that he's just turns up to these shows and just does some incredible shit. So yeah, but there was a lot of good races across the categories. Even like people who were lower down, there were still like people who were never going to get in the podium and stuff like that. Were still flying out the gates to get good scores and good times. And
yeah, you always want to do well, and I think that's an event. If you're good at sandbags and you're good at like front carries, you're going to go and you're going to go for it. For example, in our category, Gavin Bruce went out and he placed second in the event, and he fucking just destroyed it. It was class. He had no way of placing high, but he's going to go out there, give it 100%, and his goal was, I'm going to win this event. He didn't, but he was very close.
It's still though, like even if you can walk away and say, "Oh, I've won this event,"
you win an event at Europe's Strongest Man, you're doing something right.
Still good. Like
he beat me at the event, bastard.
It's because you hit your bag off the middle.
Oh, I know. So right, if anybody's seen this, so the idea for me was I'm going to one motion the bag to my chest, and if I can't one motion it to the chest, I'm just going to one motion it to wherever it sits above the line of my hips. And I'm going to carry it there because I'll never not be able to load that bag. I'd have to be completely knackered to not be able to load that bag. But I thought I've got enough clearance here to get over this, and I just ran straight into it, and I'm so glad it went over. I don't think it would have changed anything because I think I'm still loading that and I'm still picking it up and I'm still loading it at the end. But my time would have been shitty.
Yeah.
So would I have caught Josh? Quite possibly, actually. But yeah, it would have been a poor time. But yeah, hit the fucking thing, didn't I? But yeah, so that was it. Sandbag steeplechase was the last event. There was some really good battles in that one. Great weekend, I thought. Personally, for me, I thought it was wonderful. I was very happy to come second. I would never have beaten Matt on the day. Matt was tremendous.
I think
hats off to him.
I think possibly if you'd had a full prep, you might be a little bit closer.
A little bit closer, but I think
Matt just turn up and have a really
he had a blinding weekend. He did. And I'm not great at yoke. I would have lost points there. You could say, oh, if I didn't fuck the log, but then also if Matt didn't fuck the sandbag. Because he should be coming second in the sandbag toss, really. So yeah, no one was beating Matt. Matt was always going to win that one. But I think there were pretty much expected results for the most part all round. I was sad to see Chris Harper didn't do the 80s because I know he would have been the favourite, being the world champion, current world champion. But yeah, I think pretty much expected, with the exception, I think, of the under 73s, which was won by Laura Hollywood. Now Laura Hollywood's fucking phenomenal. She's brilliant. Did she win UKs or come second at UKs, and then she won Brits, right?
Yeah, I think she won both.
She won both.
I think she won both.
That's just nuts. That's crazy.
I think the events were very, very suited to her as well. She's phenomenal at moving.
Yeah, but still, you've still got two static events.
Having a steeplechase and a yoke, two really good events for her.
Yeah.
Bag toss, a good event for her.
Yeah.
So you've got to think like.
But even so, like coming in as a natural athlete and winning in the untested Europe's Strongest Man is just unbelievable. Yeah. Like, do you think you would win the 105s?
Absolutely not.
Imagine if you did. That would be nuts.
I know.
Everybody would be losing their shit. I'd also be losing my shit because I want to win.
Yeah, but then it's a win-win for you.
Yeah.
If you win, I'm a great athlete. If I win, you're a great coach. So for you, that's a win-win.
That is a win-win. Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the standout performances for me. Laura's fucking mint. She's really good. If she doesn't win Natural Strongman Worlds, I would be very shocked because she's just tremendous. And over that many events, she's just gonna shine more.
I don't know if Camilla's doing.
I don't know if she's doing both. She's doing the 64s, isn't she?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what Camilla's doing because Camilla is very, very good. She won 2 categories last year. Like,
did she win 2? Well, she came joint first, didn't she?
Joint first in 1.
But yeah, no, that was good anyway. But we'll get on to Natty World. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. What was your standout performance for OSG weekend, other than my bag toss, just in general?
Oh, has to be Richard Birchmore on the.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, like it was watching it as well, and obviously Mark had 2 or 3 foot
Oh yeah, he was miles ahead.
He
Yeah.
obviously Rich got a phenomenal. Like I don't think he's ever going to pick a bag up that well ever again.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking phenomenal to pick up. And then the speed he had to just launch it onto the platform as well.
He had the height. Mark thought he had the height by the looks of it and didn't. And Rich just
generally, if Rich didn't have a height, it would have just been Hail Mary because he would have just went into the frame.
Yeah, or does he stop and try and load it and see if he beats Mark? Like,
well, I think the speed he was going, there was no stopping him.
Probably not. No. Yeah, I agree. I think Richard Birchmore. But you're on the podium next to Tadrunas and Mark Felix. Like that's got to be the highlight.
People who have been the world's strongest man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tadrunas is the GOAT, right? He's won 4 world's strongest man. You go on his Wikipedia, the list of accomplishments just doesn't end.
Yeah.
But also Naomi Hadley, 3-time champion. Incredible that. Yeah. We love Naomi Hadley. She's cool.
I don't think I've ever met Naomi, but she's cool, I've only ever heard good things.
Yeah. She's a good egg. You're a good egg. I've got to edit this.
Oh yes. I think it's going to be two episodes at least. This.
Have we got any closing statements? Europe's was good.
Natty Worlds is looking to be really good.
Can't wait for Natty Worlds. Yeah.
Coming up, you got any comps coming up?
No. So I'm having right. So I'm either rehabbing my knee because I've got a hole in my patella tendon. I've had it since Brits 105s this year, so I've done 3 comps with this hole in my knee. It's not gotten any bigger, but it's also not gotten any smaller.
Yep.
So I'm either rehabbing that. If the Worlds events are good, I will not rehab that and I'll just do Worlds.
So is that Worlds events basically as long as there's no yoke?
Yeah. Unless there's some fucking bullshit in there.
Yeah.
If they've got that frame in, I'm not doing that. That's horse shit.
No frame, no yoke.
No frame, no yoke.
Yeah,
I'm really good at frame. It's just the frame's horse shit. I'll explain another time why. What about you? You've got Natty Worlds.
Natty Worlds coming up. And then as long as Dave Staunton gets his invites out, King of the Stands in September.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And then I'm debating about possibly doing that Arnold Pro.
The Arnold qualifier. Yeah. Would you, because it's only top 1 qualify, would you do it if, let's say, Josh Walton, Craig Hughes, Marcus Collins ended?
I would probably, because then it would be good to see where I place against these guys.
Okay, cool. I think for those of you that don't know, the Arnold qualifier has been taken over now.
Yeah.
It's been dead for years.
I believe it's a combination of GBA,
Matty, Stephen, and Adam Rooney.
Cumbrian Strength Promotions, just as a whole, those guys. So that's Dave, Adam, and Rich Fairchild.
Mint, can't wait for that's going to be really good because I did it 1 year. I was the only athlete that turned up, got my qualification. I refused to weigh in because I said I'm not weighing in to go against no one. It's a waste of me losing 6 kilos. There's a fun fact for you.
Very nice.
And I did 1 rep on the log and then didn't do anything for the rest of the day and took my trophy and left. That was nice. Never competed though because I tore my hamstring. But anyway, that's coming up. That'd be really good.
Yep.
They're definitely the ones to revive that. Like you couldn't really pick better promoters, could you?
They're doing a really good job at definitely Cumbrian Strength Promotions.
Yeah, Adam sells so many tickets to his shows.
Yeah. To
a local show, selling like 3-4
tickets. He does put his money where his mouth is.
Yeah.
Said anybody from the crowd can beat him on a sandbag race, he will donate £100 to charity of choice. Wasn't best impressed that I went up, and I did beat him, but man of his word, straight away donate to the Foundation Light.
I think Adam and Dave are the best promoters in strongman.
At least at the minute, yeah.
Full stop. With the exception of maybe like Brian Shaw and the Rogue Invitational. Because they run a local show and they sell so many tickets and they do everything required to sell the tickets. Whereas you think like, and I've got no problem with Unbreakable because I compete in official strongman ran by Unbreakable, but I don't see them doing the things that Adam does.
Yeah, like they're out in the community. They're going on local radio. They're putting in the papers. They're putting posters around town and like. Yeah,
I like that.
The way that they ran the comp, the way I've been told Cumbria's Strongest Man went and the Cumbrian Showdown, obviously I was there looking after some athletes on behalf of you, and there was so many people who were there not because the friend was competing or not just because they'd seen a poster, and thought £5 ticket's not bad for that, and they put a bar on and they have food and drink available, and they always make sure
it's
that
an event,
everybody's
isn't it? But yeah, Arnold qualifier, and then maybe official strongman stuff if you want.
Yeah.
You don't want to defend your natty strongman England's.
We'll see what the events are.
I wouldn't like my trophy going into somebody else's.
But that's a long way away.
Yeah. But if you go into official strongman to do England's, even if it was just England's, you get a taste of the standards higher.
Yeah, you get a taste of the standard. You get a taste of like what it's like to do that style of comp as well, because obviously the comps run different.
Yeah, and not every class the standard's higher, because obviously you've got like Laura Hollywood, who is the 73 champion, and in both.
Yeah.
But in the 105s specifically, I just speaking from my experience, you go against me. Josh Walton is fucking mint. Craig Hughes is mint. Marcus is mint. If Andrew Lumley comes back into 105s, which I don't think he was, brilliant. Like the athletes are very good. I think in England in the 105s and the 90s and 80s, at the minute we have a very, very good selection of athletes. A really good selection of athletes. Probably the best selection of athletes we've ever had. And there's no reason that you couldn't slot into there.
What a time to be in the sport, though.
Oh no, yeah, everyone's stronger than ever been in the history of the earth, aren't we? Yeah. It's a good time and a bad time, really. Yeah. Because if we were this strong 15 years ago, we'd be going to World's Strongest Man.
Yeah. I mean, if I was this strong 15 years ago,
you'd be about 10 years old. Yeah.
I'd have been a very fucking strong 11-year-old.
I'd be an adult 15 years ago, unfortunately. Yeah.
Only just, though.
Only just. I'd be 19.
You'd be a very, very fucking strong 19.
Am I 34, 33?
I don't know how old you are.
What years? I'm 33. Fucking hell, I don't even know how old I am. That means I'm old.
So you'd have been 17 then? 17, 18?
17, 18, yeah. Sick. Anyway.
What a way to end.
Wasn't it just? Right, thanks for watching, if you watched.
Yep.
If you didn't watch, go fuck yourself, because you're not going to hear me say that anyway.
Oh, you could listen. Thanks for listening, if you just listen.
Yeah. Thanks for
tuning in.
Yeah. That's it,
really. If you've got any coaching needs, you can go to Tom Instagram at Tom that owns for some great coaching. Or if you want some cheaper coaching, Malcolm Strong.
All right, mate. Fucking hell.
With less experience. Peace out.
Bye. That was fun.